When you look at a massive industrial plant, a huge refinery or some towering structure, you're seeing the finished product. But have you ever stopped to think about the complex, temporary world that has to be built around it first? We're talking about the unseen framework that makes all of it possible. And today, we're going to take a look at how one company really mastered that.
Just look at this. This is not just a bunch of metal poles thrown together. No way. This is a highly engineered, temporary structure that has to be absolutely perfect. In the world of heavy industrial work, there is zero, and I mean zero, margin for error. This is a high-stakes support system where lives and massive, multi-million-dollar projects are on the line every single day.
So that really brings us to the big question, right? What is it that truly holds these giant, ambitious projects together? Especially when they're being built or repaired, at their most vulnerable. The answer, as you might guess, is a lot more complex than it looks.
It's really a balancing act. On one hand, you've got this immense scale. Structures that just seem to defy gravity. But on the other hand, you have this critical need for human precision. Every single connection, every platform has to be flawless, and that is the core challenge. How do you marry that massive scale with absolute unwavering safety?
Well, a challenge that big calls for a very specific kind of company, one that's built not just on steel, but on something way stronger. And this is where we get to meet BBN Engineering.
Let's rewind to 2008. When Mr. Rakesh Kumar Sharma founded BBN, he wasn't just starting another construction company. He built it from the ground up on the principles of trust and mutual respect. Now, this is so key because right from day one, they understood that those values were directly tied to their success on the job site. That trust is what's fueled their growth and built their reputation ever since.
But trust has to be backed up by real-world capability. So, how did BBN turn those core values into a real competitive advantage? Well, they got smart and they got ahead of the curve with technology.
Very early on, BBN Engineering made a huge strategic move. They adopted the layer scaffolding system. They were one of the first in their area to really see the potential of this advanced German engineering. And this wasn't just a simple upgrade, it was a total game changer in how they could approach their projects.
So what exactly is the layer system? Okay, forget the old image of scaffolding with loose pipes and clamps. The absolute best way to think about it is like a high-precision, industrial-grade Lego set. Seriously. Every single piece is designed to fit together perfectly, which means you get an incredibly strong and stable structure every single time.
And the benefits of using a system like this? They're crystal clear. Its precision means way better safety. There's just no guesswork involved. The modular design means projects get done faster. And its versatility? It lets BBN create completely custom-designed access solutions, even for the most complicated industrial shapes you can imagine.
But look, having the best equipment in the world is only half the battle. It's only as good as the people and the culture behind it. For BBN, technology is just one piece of the puzzle. The other piece, and you could argue it's the more important one, is an unshakable commitment to safety.
This is their mantra. And it's not just a catchy slogan they put on a poster. It is the guiding principle that shapes every single decision they make, from the very top all the way down to the front lines.
So how do you make a mantra like that real? Well, you build an entire system around it. BBN does this with non-stop, rigorous training for all their employees. They provide all the necessary protective gear. They're constantly monitoring their own systems for quality and safety. And this is huge. They strictly follow every single one of their client safety procedures. It's all about being proactive, not reactive.
Now, it's easy for any company to say they put safety first. In this industry, talk is cheap. What you need is proof. Verifiable third-party proof that you walk the walk.
And here it is. BBN Engineering holds ISO 45001 certification for occupational health and safety and ISO 9001 for quality management. Let me be clear, these aren't participation awards. These are certifications you earn through intense, independent audits. It is undeniable proof that their systems meet the highest international standards.
So let's connect the dots here. You've got this incredible precision technology, and you combine it with a culture of absolute certified safety. What does that actually let you do? Well, it lets you become a trusted partner for the biggest names in the business.
Because BBN has totally mastered the art of providing safe and precise access with their scaffolding, they can then offer a whole range of other critical services. The scaffolding literally becomes the foundation for everything else they do.
It all starts with their core strength, specialized onshore and offshore scaffolding. They build custom access solutions that can handle pretty much any environmental or structural challenge thrown at them. Then, that expert access allows them to do really complex mechanical and piping work. When your teams are working from a completely secure platform, they can focus on tackling those intricate systems with precision and, of course, safety.
They also handle mechanical fabrication. What that means is they can actually create the critical custom components that their own scaffolding systems will later help install and maintain. It's all connected.
And it even extends to finishing services like blasting and painting. For a client, this integrated, all-in-one approach is a huge deal. It means you have one trusted partner for a big maintenance shutdown, which minimizes complexity and really expensive downtime.
Ultimately, this potent mix of precision, safety, and integrated services leads to the final and most important proof point, the trust of their clients. Just take a look at this list for a second. HPCL, HML, IOCL, LNT, Gale, ONGC. These are absolute leaders in the energy and infrastructure sectors. You simply do not get to work on their projects unless your standards for quality, and especially for safety, are completely non-negotiable. This client list right here is a testament to the trust that BBN has built over the years.
Which really just leaves us with a final thought. In a world of such massive scale and such inherent risk, a world where everything depends on precision, what's the real value of a partner, a system, and a foundation that you can absolutely, unequivocally trust?